Hi, David.
Hi, Karat.
Tell me, what other disciplines need to be understood in order to grasp risk management concepts better?
This is quite a broad question. I think an interest in philosophy is interesting because we're talking about the nature of uncertainty, the nature of knowledge, the nature of our ability to perceive. So the whole idea of the philosophical nature of the universe, being able to think conceptually, is important for risk. We're talking about understanding the concepts of risk. And the key concept is uncertainty that matters, or the effect of uncertainty on objectives. And uncertainty, a lot of people are very uncomfortable with that. You know, give me something I can study and analyze and look at and describe and pull apart and put together again. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Give me a cloud of mystery or, you know, infinite possibilities or lack of knowledge and experience, and I feel very uncomfortable. So the philosophical understanding of the nature of uncertainty and the fact that it's present everywhere and it's not to be feared, that it offers opportunity as well as threat. These sort of philosophical approaches, I think, are important. Another thing starting with P is psychology. Doesn't sound like it starts with P, but it does. In fact, philosophy doesn't sound like it starts with a P. But philosophy and psychology, you asked me the question, why are people important in managing risk? And to understand how people work, the way that people respond to different situations, particularly with uncertainty. And some people are scared of uncertainty and some people are excited by uncertainty. Some people want to take a lot of risk because they find it challenging and exciting. Some people don't want to take a lot of risk because they find it intimidating and worrying. And those are perfectly valid perceptions and responses, but different people are different. The idea that age and gender might be relevant, that levels of experience and maturity might affect people, that sources of bias and previous experience are going to influence the way that they think about risk. All of these psychology things are relevant to understanding risk, so that when somebody says we're going to estimate probability or we're going to think about potential responses, and some people run away and hide and others roll their sleeves up and run towards, why is that? You know, why are they doing that, and how can we correct for those sources of bias? So philosophy and psychology are really important disciplines. They're both huge areas. We're not going to become philosophers and psychologists, but we need awareness of those disciplines and how they apply into ours. And then, of course, we are managing risk or trying to help other people manage risk within particular settings. And it may be in a particular industry or in a particular organization or in a particular social setting. And it's important for us as facilitators to understand the context in which we're trying to apply the concepts of risk. So that might mean having some technical understanding of the industry area, or some social understanding of the nation that we're trying to work within, or the culture or the community, or some understanding of organizational structure and strategy when we're trying to advise a whole organization. And so there is a technical dimension within which it's worth understanding those disciplines. And then finally, I would say analysis disciplines. So when we're thinking about gathering data about uncertainty that matters, we talked earlier about the content of a risk register, for example, and all of the data that you're likely to gather about any individual risk, and then how we need to keep that in a consistent format and then be able to analyze it to turn the data into information, and then apply the information into knowledge, and then capture the knowledge to create wisdom. These things are really important, and we need strong analytical tools to help us to do that. Things that are reliable, that are predictable, that are accurate, that don't mislead you. And obviously the ability to use them well. So I think we need to learn from those analytical disciplines, whether it's mathematics and probability, whether it's scientific analysis, whether it's social analysis or psychological analysis, psychometrics. All these different analytical disciplines I think we need to have at our fingertips. We're now talking really about quite a high level of risk specialism, quite a deep level of competence, which maybe your average project risk coordinator or business risk advisor might not need and might not have. But I think at least a basic understanding of philosophy, psychology, and technical interest and analysis, technical detail and analysis is important.
Thank you, David. I do agree with your inputs. Thank you.
Good, thank you.